Today I'm here with Priority One Credit Union, and we are talking about loans. We're talking about car products that they sell. They have things that you don't even know that they have, and I'm definitely a customer, and that doesn't make me biased. It just makes me to be able to tell you that they're good products. When the institution gives, like, let's say they give you a $100,000 equity line, and the person doesn't draw off of it, does that stop the financial institution to utilize that money for something else? Like, because it's kind of tied up, right? Is that your money tied up?
And we try to tell a lot of our members when they're applying, they say, oh, I only need 10,000. But like you, Laura, you wanted to add a closet to your house, right? And this just came up out of the blue. It's like, I want a closet. So we try to tell people, okay, if you have the equity and it's more, instead of getting another loan later down the line, get the line, get it for the larger amount, use what you need without having to go and apply for another loan, go through the process. And a lot of people have done that. If you don't need it, you don't need it because you're only paying on what you use.
I'm just very passionate about what I do, and when you're selling or buying the biggest investment of your life, and you say, oh yeah, I'm going to use my friend's son because they need to make money, you better know everything about what there is to know about it and just not have had a license, because in the end, you will pay for it in the end. Hi everyone, welcome to Making Money with Laura Sanders, and I am your host, Laura Sanders. Every week we'll talk about something that will make you some money, maybe save you some money, or help you navigate this crazy world we live in. Oh my gosh, it is a crazy world. So today we're here with Priority Credit Union of South Florida. Nope.
Priority One Credit Union of Florida.
Of Florida, see? So what I've just proved here now is that you can make a mistake and be confused with another credit union that has nothing to do with them. So if you're looking for a credit union, you definitely got to come see Diana and Ralph. They are the best, and today we're going to talk about loans. You know, typically when you think of loans, you think of, like for mortgages, you'll think of mortgage brokers, direct lenders, but you do something so much more than that, and it's really a pleasure to refer people to you because you're the manager of the loan department, Ralph,
yes,
right?
That's correct.
And, you know, a lot of times people will be getting, I can't say names, but they'll be getting equity lines from certain places, and it's a hot mess.
Yes.
About 2 years ago, I had a client that was getting a loan from, I can't say the name.
And yes.
And they were about 6 months into it. And when they told me they were 6 months in, I said, what? They're like, yeah, but it should be done soon.
Wow.
And I was like, what?
So 6 months getting it done, trying to get the loan.
So it never got done.
Oh my goodness.
I gave them you guys' information. They reached out, and they're still probably still in process right now.
Oh my goodness.
They reached out to you guys, and you had them done in less than 2 weeks, and he was ecstatic.
I'm so glad we were able to help them.
Yeah.
Speaking of home equity lines, that's a very popular product right now because we have a lot of people sitting in first mortgages that are 3%, 2 3/4, right? They don't want to refinance to get the cash out that they need, right? For renovations or repairs or education or consolidations, whatever they need it for. So a HELOC is a great product, so we're getting a lot of business, and we have a great program.
And so I'm going to ask two questions. One is going to be, what is the current rate, and how is that different from other, because you're not a bank, how is that different than the banks?
Right.
Or even other financial institutions, because as you know, Laura, different business entities are now doing things that we do as a financial institution, but they charge a lot more.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
and I could say like Morgan Stanley, like they do it, right? But you know, typically I think there's a VIG that's added on to that.
There you go. But you were going to talk about the HELOC, right?
Yes, right now it's a line of credit, so typically they're variable rates, so they're not fixed rate, and they usually are tied to prime. So right now our best rate for members with good credit is prime plus 0.
What's prime today?
It's 6.75, which is not too bad.
Which is good, yeah.
It's come down a little bit.
And to make it even better, Ralph, don't we
have a promotion? So we've had a promotion.
Well,
were we talking about the promotion or something else?
The promotion with the fees.
Right. So
I'll be
there's
quiet.
no fees up front. So there's no closing costs. So we pay for everything including appraisals, everything. So, and as long as they keep their line for 2 years or more, it's completely free.
Now, do they have to? So sometimes, like, I know for me personally, I like to have an equity line so that I have the potential that if I want to do something,
Right.
like I like to flip houses once in a while, then I like
Right.
to have that cash on hand.
Yes.
So, do you have to have actually money drawn out on the equity line?
Well, initially, if you want that promo, you do have to draw at least 10,000. But after you've had the 10,000 and you've paid it off, you can have that line, at zero balance for the 5-year duration, because a 5-year drop period. And that drop period, you have access to your funds at any time.
Right.
Just out of curiosity, just to understand, and it really has nothing to do with too much. I'm just curious. So, when the institution, right? Sounds like we're all crazy, right? when the financial institution, it's probably better if I say financial next to
Yes.
institution. It's not like it's marriage, right? So when the institution gives, like, let's say they give you a $100,000 equity line, and the person doesn't draw off of it, does that stop the financial institution to utilize that money for something else? Like, because it's kind of tied up, right? Is that your money tied up? I'm just curious.
Oh, that's a good question. I mean, we
Do you understand what my question is?
I do.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how to answer that. I mean,
I'm just curious for
always
myself.
We always have, as an institution, we lend our deposits, right?
Right.
And we're very limited as non-for-profits to invest in very conservative things.
Conservative,
You know,
right.
either the loans that we do, which are, we're very careful, and like CDs in reputable places. So we always have to keep like an overnight amount that we must maintain, or that we want to maintain for liquidity, but everything else that we can lend or invest in CDs. So
Okay, I see what you're saying. So technically it is tied up. You have so much that you can tie up and
Right.
so much that you have to keep liquid.
And we also have reserves. Now, if someone has a $100,000 line of credit that's just sitting there and not being used, we have to understand that at any given time,
Right.
they would need those funds.
Right, that's why I
So
was asking.
exactly.
It's like,
So the funds are
you have
available.
access to it when you need it.
Yeah, anytime you have access to
because
it.
I've heard though, and not specifically to you, but obviously just understanding the whole process, right? I've heard that sometimes when you don't use it, it dries up and they stop your ability to pull from it. How does yours work? Like,
No, ours is if you're approved, unless there's something catastrophic and the property values, like what happened in 2008, that they dropped like by such a huge amount that we have to, invest, make sure that there's still enough equity, and there's
oh, interesting.
something like that.
So grab it as
banks,
fast as you can, people.
banks,
Right. I agree.
banks will always have that, that card where
Watching,
you
okay.
can maybe reduce.
So there's actually
Right.
probably like a paragraph in the loan documents
Oh,
you
yes.
sign that say
Right.
that at any
Absolutely.
time the bank can, and if you've already used it, you've used it,
You've
so
used it.
that's it,
But,
right?
but unless something catastrophic happens, you have that line available for the first 5 years.
5 years. There's a draw
There's
period.
a draw period.
Oh,
of 5
and then
years.
after 5 years,
It's
it,
just payback.
You just have to pay
and if you
back.
didn't draw anything in 5 years, what happens? It
Then
closes
you-
out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And we try to tell a lot of our members when they're applying, they say, oh, I only need 10,000 now. But like you, Laura, you wanted to add a closet to your house, right? And this just came up out of the blue. It's like, I want a closet. So we try to tell people, okay, if you have the equity and it's more, instead of getting another loan later down the line, get the line, get it
Right,
for
right.
the larger amount, use what you need without having to go and apply for another loan, go through the process. And a lot of people have done that. If you don't need it, you don't need it, because you're only paying on what you use.
And
Isn't
the
that
thing's also,
correct?
and that's right, because a lot of people say they do a renovation, and renovation, a lot of people don't realize that things come up that they're not planning, and you estimate that
Yeah.
you're going to use, 50,000 for
50,
your renovation,
yeah. End up being
75.
70.
At 75.
I see that all the time
75.
on Love It or List It.
Yeah.
yes.
Then, Laura, you see this beautiful chandelier, and you're thinking, that will go great. Your previous chandelier or lighting was what? 10,000? maybe that's too high, but that's a good price.
Now we know Diana's taste.
Yes, yes.
But then it will be a lot higher, and you need extra money.
Absolutely. But here we're talking about luxury. So I'm talking about practical, like, the sink and the tile is going to cost, $10,000 more than you had.
And you find out you have asbestos.
And you find
now
out
you
that
have
you have
plumbing
or
issue.
the load-bearing wall is like collapsing or whatever. And you have to put a
Let's not scare people that much.
yes.
Yeah.
That if my husband was in the market to teach people about real estate, they wouldn't be buying anything.
Because of
You're
the
the
things that he's
salesperson. Yeah, he
seen.
would be
Yeah,
scared.
I'm very much into real estate, and it's interesting, especially right now, like condos and
Right.
just very interesting. And somehow I became a condo expert, and I have no idea how, but it's you learn what you learn,
And Laura,
as a professional, you take the fear out of a person's, they don't know enough
Right.
about the subject.
your knowledge helps.
So exactly, having
Yeah.
the knowledge just takes the fear out of.
Yeah.
And
purchase.
Laura, I've been on your show a few times, and the passion you have for what you do, it radiates. People feel it. They know you enjoy what you're doing, and because you enjoy what you're doing, you know more about it because you take the time to. I would come to you before, if there are people. Oh, I have a friend who is a realtor. How long?
Yeah.
Oh, he just got his license.
So that's something, and we digress for a moment, but
Yes.
my thing is, so I actually just had a young kid come to me to sell a property. Now, he was referred to me from somebody that could have sent him to any realtor. And they said, who's your pit bull?
Right.
So I went and looked at the condo, and there were so many on the market. And when I say so many on the market, so many on the market.
Red flag.
So there is something
And-
going on.
Well, I got the budget and said, ooh, this budget's good. Then I reviewed the insurance of the building. I said, this is good too. Because they have like a 5 or 10% deductible that creates not being able to lend or lend. So I put it on the market. I had it under contract and probably could have had multiple offers within 5 days. Now, he did lose some money because he bought it 2 years ago, and he was like, listen, I just don't want to own right now. I want to rent. And, some people get scared, because
Yeah.
there are, things going on.
Yeah.
And so there's not one unit in that entire area. It's right here in Boca, actually, that has sold at all. Like, they're all on the market. Because the thing is you have to understand marketing and so if
I
I'm
agree.
able to market it one way, it opens my buyer
Yeah.
pool like this. If I'm able to market it another way, it's like this. And you have to know that.
You do. So here's my question. All the others that were on the market, did you get their business?
So here's the thing, I
Being
can't.
odd.
So I can't. So
No.
what I was thinking though, is yes, to send a mailer and say, I know
Yes.
something about your condo that you don't know.
Tell me
Smart.
what? Yes.
Smart. Yeah.
I also have another mailer that I send out once in a while that says, not everyone's going to hire me, but that's okay. People make mistakes.
I love it. I
Yes.
love it.
So, but I want to say that, and this isn't about I'm just very passionate about what I do. And
That's good.
when you're selling or buying the biggest investment of your life and you say, oh yeah, I'm going to use my friend's son because they need to make money, you better know everything about what there is to know about it and just not have had a
Exactly.
license, because
I
in the
agree.
end, you will pay for it in the end.
I agree. And that leads me back to, for example, we're talking about home equity lines of credit. Let's move to auto loans because we're great at home equity lines of credit.
Yes, you are.
So the auto loans, right now, the way you said with your ad, with all the questions, we have a promotion right now that if you have an auto loan with a high interest rate at another financial institution, we will give you we will take up to 3% off of that rate you have. You have to prove what rate you have. So we'll look at the paperwork to see. So if you have 7, we'll take 3% off of that. Plus 90 days to make your first payment. Obviously, you're still getting interest, you have to pay your interest. And gas card. People, you would be surprised. A
What
gas
happens if it's
card.
an electric car? What do they do? I'm just kidding. Give it as a gift. Sorry. I
There
just
you
had to.
go. Give it as a gift, and that's the marketing side. Okay, you have an electric car. We'll find something to give to you that you'll feel good about.
Oh, you are the marketing queen when it comes to like having like things to give away.
The good is,
You need a charger.
oh my goodness.
The disclaimer is that there are floor rates because
Correct.
if you have like a 5% rate, we cannot give you, you know, a 2%.
But you give us
Right.
3.
We do have some floor rates, and it's depending on your credit and the term and all that. So there are varying
Okay, so
floor
how
rates.
old can the car be?
It can be any age really, as long as we're able to look up the value in our in our sources.
So how many miles?
Under 100,000.
Okay.
Under 100,000. So
Yeah.
it can be an older car.
And what we put in the ad is, got a high rate at another financial institution, move it.
I'm bringing my car. I'm gonna go see what I have.
There you
I don't
go.
even know what I have, but I'm gonna go look
Let's
and see.
see.
But let's say I have 4. So what can I get? 3?
4 is pretty much our floor rate.
Floor
So-
rate, yeah.
Oh, so I'd probably be.
yeah. We're going against a few years back. The rates were very, very low, and then they went up, and now they're slightly coming down again.
Yeah.
So we're
Yeah, I think
we're
I just
fighting
paid off a
against that.
car from you guys, and I think I was at 3.75.
Yeah, those
great.
rates are gone, and they may come back.
I
at
think
some
I got
may
that
point.
the
come
last
back.
week of it being
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, they may come
Yeah.
back. Just like the mortgage rates, who knows? But right now they're not that low, and most people have like 8%, 9%, 10%, depending on their credit. Even some people have really good credit. I'm surprised
That's
that they have
what I
like,
was about to
you know, they have
say.
a 12% and they have excellent
We've
credit.
s-
I'm like,
yeah.
why?
Because that's what
why
they give when
did
you're
you
trying to get out the
accept-
door.
Exactly.
And they won't let you use you at the auto dealer. They are very clear about that. So you're at the auto, you're trying to buy, you either have to have the cash to pay it and then go refinance it, or you got to do theirs
Take
and
theirs,
go back 2 days
right.
later and do yours.
And they're
Which is a
telling
pain in the ass when you're busy.
people that you have to wait 90 days or so before you can refinance.
Yes.
That's not so. One of the reasons for that is the warranties.
yeah.
And they get paid.
And they get paid. They don't get a charge back.
There's certain, the extended warranties, you know, all those good.
So let's say that one more
Yes.
time. Let everybody hear that is not true.
That is not
that is
true.
not true.
If you
And their extended
refinance,
warranties, it's actually better to come to you guys
It's
rather
ours.
than buying theirs.
Exactly.
And
Excellent.
I
We
think
have
yours is
excellent
like
extended
goes up to like
warranty.
6-7 years, right?
We can go up to about 6 or 7 years, and our extended warranty is just a wonderful product.
Yes.
It is, I have it.
Most of the time, it's cheaper
there you go.
than the dealerships, and the repairs. We just approve a lot more repairs than the dealerships would.
Yes,
Um,
we do. And to see,
So the dealership tried to scare me.
yes, they
They
can
told
do
me
it. They get
that,
away with
oh,
it.
you're not gonna get real, like, authentic parts.
right.
So, well, let's go to commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation because I think there's a lot of important information that
Very
you're
much
giving
so.
out that people don't know. So stay tuned and we'll be right back.
Sounds good.
At JK Closing Attorneys, we do all of the same things that a title company does, but with the benefits of being a law office. We can help with residential real estate, short sales, commercial real estate, refinances, 1031 exchanges, and FIRPTA withholding.
Contact JK Closing Attorneys today at 954-332-3111. Again, that is 954-332-3111.
Priority One Credit Union of Florida is a welcoming credit union that makes your financial success our number one priority. We offer lower loan rates, higher deposit rates, and common sense local loan approvals, with nationwide access through shared branching.
Hi, I'm Dina Hennessy, President and CEO at Priority One Credit Union. We are open to the community. Anyone can be a member of our credit union, and we would love to have you.
Contact us today at 954-335-5100. You can also reach us at PriorityOneFL.org. Your financial success is our priority. That's 954-335-5100.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to Making Money with Laura Sanders, and I am your host, Laura Sanders. Today I'm here with Priority One Credit Union, and we are talking about loans. We're talking about car products that they sell. They have things that you don't even know that they have, and I'm definitely a customer, and that doesn't make me biased. It just makes me to be able to tell you that they're good products. So I probably have most of your products. I mean, next year we're going to be selling pet insurance, right? No? Maybe.
Who knows?
Who knows, you know? And because we're not...
Look into that. I'm just kidding.
Oh, gosh. Because we're not for profit.
Explain
this
that.
Is what? Okay.
Explain not for profit to the audience.
Sounds good. A lot of times people mix up non-profit with not for profit. And non-profit is basically run by charities, run by donations. Not for profit is what we are. At the end of the year, the profits that we make, we have to give back to our members. And you said earlier you're a customer. And I'm going to correct you on that. You're a member.
I'm sorry, I'm a member.
You're a member.
She gets me every time.
And you know, the difference here with being a member and a customer is you have a voice. Every year we do a survey, an annual survey, all our members ask, how are we doing? You know, what would you like us to offer?
I just tell the president when I see her.
Well, you have that
tactic.
opportunity. It's a good thing. But
sometimes she's like, shut up already.
Oh my goodness. But back to the not-for-profit, because then this is how we can give you auto loan rates as low as we can and deposit rates like CDs higher.
And our board of directors are volunteers.
We don't
So
pay
it's-
them.
It's not like
Oh,
they're
wow.
looking out for their own pockets.
Exactly.
They really want to help the community. So our focus is
Where do you
on-
find them, the board of directors? Just out of curiosity.
Don't know how
I
we
can
find
take that.
them. Thank
I
you.
can take that.
That's the wrong person.
Oh, sorry.
So
Good thing you're not by yourself today.
Yes.
So the board of directors we currently have, and this is phenomenal. I have been at the credit union for 17 years, and that board has been there before me.
Wow.
And some of them on there have been there about 20 something
plus
years.
years.
And that is telling you how they want to be there. They don't want to leave. It's not like they have a 3-year term, right? They have a 3-year term. So every 3 years they can see you. No, they're there and they're very committed.
Yeah.
So the other thing that we're doing, because you're saying to yourself, is so if they've been there that long, age-wise, you know, but what we're doing, we have a program which I'm actually working on, and if anybody out there would like to be a part of it, reach out to me. We're looking for millennials, Gen Zs, and I have a forum where we meet quarterly and talk about what is it you like in a financial institution. You know, so this is that age group that you would think they want to do everything online. You would think that's all they want. But we get feedback. They want to know that there is a building that they can go into, their financial institution, even though they're doing...
Interesting. I find that very interesting.
Me too.
I want a building because, you know.
They want a building, and guess why? If there's an error, if there's something that they need that they feel is real sensitive, they want to know they can drive down the road to go in there and ask a question. So this group of individuals basically are being groomed to get on our board. So every meeting we have, we talk about different things. They learn about the credit union, you know, and the CEO is in the meeting with me. We sit around, so we're grooming them. So, you know, you always have to have others to take the baton, and a younger age as well.
But I would also think, though, because the people on the board have been there so long, they are older.
Correct. And that's why
So
we
they're
do
probably
this.
not as willing to be Zoom, hybrid, that kind of stuff. It might be a little hard for them.
A little bit harder, yes, but they have been receptive.
Yes.
They have been receptive, you know. So we have a great board, and we're grooming, and that answered your question. So a member, you, Laura, as a member,
Not a customer.
as a member, can actually ask to be on our board. You'd have to go through different steps,
Right.
but you're so busy anyway. You know, you're selling what? Every minute another house?
I wish. But if you need somebody to sell a house, I'm here.
There
Laura
you go.
Sanders, Remax
There you
Direct,
go.
954-650-0827. And if you can't get these guys, then definitely reach out to me, and I will reach out to them. We have done that before.
Yes.
What is a good number to get a hold of you guys?
With me, it's 954-593-7947, and that is my cell phone.
Oh, wow.
So, and the promotions, all promotions that we're having, as a matter of fact, Laura, there's a promotion. This is not even on the press yet. Didn't even get there. You know how you say it's hot off the press? It's not even there yet. So, each year, or as often as we can, we offer a member, share the love, and of course, the